Hello, YouTubers. What's up, Fantastic Bill here on a Saturday evening, about 8:15 Central Time in Texas. Just enjoying this live stream. This is my seventh live stream, third one actually on the computer. The other four have been out in town or other places I've been at. So, welcome everyone that's here. 8:15. I tried to start this earlier. I was gonna use the Streamyard. There's one. Isa pa. Oh, wala now. um,
Look at the camera.
I know I keep looking at the screen. Again, Jose Fantasticville here, just seeing how everyone's doing. I know this gets recorded and then I play it later. I like to talk. I'll see if anybody shows up, talks, asks any questions. First minute into this, again, this is our seventh live stream. Got over 1,000 subscribers now. Thanks for all the subscribers, friends, followers, fans to our channel. As I have done in the past, it's just a variety of channels or variety of videos that we do on the channel and stuff like that. I got six separate playlists that I put the videos in mainly and stuff. If you guys got any questions, just go and type them in here or write them down, and then I'll go and answer as best I can. I should be able to answer most questions anyway. This should be no problem. See how it goes. Hello, that first one was probably Joey.
Oh yeah.
The button.
Yeah.
Microphone test. Checking my stuff. Hey, have Cheetah Will View. Hello, how you doing? This my seventh live that I've done, the actual third one on the screen there. Thanks for dropping by, have Cheetah. I was going to talk about one of the movies I saw today. I was waiting for more people to show up. I went to the movie theater with my wife and our oldest in San Marcos, Texas. We saw the Fast and Furious 10. I don't know if you saw that yet. So I won't ruin it here. The only thing that I know from it that I saw going into the movie, Paul Walker's daughter was in the movie. Yeah. Thanks, Chia. Paul Walker's daughter was in that movie. That's the only thing I'll let you guys know, but you'll have to find out what part it was. I've seen most of the Fast and Furious movies, and again, like I said today, I watched part 10 with my wife and my son up in San Marcos. It's a pretty good movie. It was well made. Again, they got all those nice cars in there. There were some parts of it seemed like a big Dodge commercial because, of course, Toretto uses a lot of Dodge vehicles in there when he's driving around, or Traces and all that. Either old Dodges, classic Dodges, or some of the newer models that are out. So it was a good movie. I liked it again. I followed most of them. I think there were like 3 or 4 that I didn't like too much. Yeah, part 2 was a good one. I like part 2. I like part 1, of course, because that was the first one of the franchise. Have Cheetah. This one, I think if you go watch it, you'll probably like it. I think it might not be as good as part 2, but I think it's going to be close to it. Again, I won't spill the beans on any part of that movie, but again, it was real good. I enjoyed it. A lot of new cars in there. Of course, you got those expensive cars in there. I think they had that. They always throw a Lamborghini in there, a DeLorean, some other types of cars in there. They always have other vehicles in there. Yeah, the cast was stacked. They pretty much had everyone in there from a lot of the other ones. They had the main ones. I've been pretty much in all of them since the beginning. They had a couple um, that are returning, and you'll see that in the movie. It's a pretty good movie, like I said. The action is pretty good. This one, the stunts are more believable. You probably see some of the other ones, Cheetah, where like, man, there's no way that's computerized. But in this one, a lot of the stunts, the driving, they might be green screen or whatever, but they're more believable. Where you like it and stuff like that. The only other movie that I haven't made time for to go watch is damn, where's that one? The only other movie I haven't made time for was the yeah, that's true. People come back in that all the time. I don't know. We'll see who comes back. I know who comes back in this one, but I'll let you guys watch that. Um, there's a lot of characters are in this, like you said. Also mentioned that Cheetah. Um, that's the one. Guardian of the Galaxy, Volume 3. That's the one I still wanted to go watch. I haven't made time for that. I heard that's very good. Hello, Lucena. How you doing? I'm just out here talking with have Cheetah Lucena about the Fast and Furious Part 10 movie that I watched. Yeah, they always surprise us who comes back in those. Everyone thought Han was dead before. He popped up, and some other people or they introduce new characters. So it's something interesting to watch. Again, they don't just stay like in the United States and they're filming. They go different countries, show different areas. So sometimes it's nice for those places or cities they go to, and you see it, and then like, man, that's nice to go see because Rome, um, one of the Italian places that's in the movie. I'll just tell you that there's Rome's in it because that's one of the places I still need to go visit and enjoy. But thanks for everyone that's here right now following. Like I said, it's the seventh live I've had. Just seeing how it goes. I've had a couple. I've had a good run. I've got about 1,000 subscribers now. Just waiting on what they call the WH. Everyone knows what that is. That's the only thing I'm down on right now. But I'm waiting on that. Um, I know I haven't been on a lot of people's channels recently making comments or just checking out their lives. I've been busy for the past 3 weeks with a new employment somewhere, so I'm just learning all that. Hello, Matan in Texas. How you doing? And everybody else that's here. Just like I said earlier, I'm here on my seventh live, third one, actually in front of the camera. So I might not be looking at the camera the whole time, just getting used to it and stuff like that, comfortable. I'm comfortable with talking to people out in public, just a little different when you're on the camera, trying to look straight ahead. But thanks everyone that's here. Again, I've enjoyed having the comments I get even on my videos and stuff like that. You get one or two bad ones also sometimes, but that's just part of the challenges we have are being out here on YouTube. I enjoy everyone that comes by. I enjoyed everyone that subscribes. I enjoy all you guys' channels. Everyone's got a little different variety, different way of out there. Um, so again, I enjoy that. If you guys see anybody's name in here, thanks, have Cheetah. Um, it's been pretty interesting. I think I get a lot of some of my followers. I think I noticed in some of my recent videos pop up when I have the casino ones on. Uh, when I go visit casinos and just have some of those videos on, I do pretty good. And then my border checkpoint ones have done good. Thanks that like I said, it's been pretty good. Um, I put a lot of videos out there and just see how it gets. I pretty much hit most of the videos. I get some that get over 100, and then I have those ones or twos that stay about 50. And then again, I have those ones that do hit over 1,000 views eventually, especially those casino ones. Yeah, that's true. Have Cheetah. starting YouTube, I never realized how many people actually have casino channels. There's a lot of different casino channels. I know I subscribe to at least 8 of them, and I have like 2 of those people that are subscribed to me. Um, so yeah, they love the casinos. To me, I like it. Also, of course, playing it, but listening to the noise that the machines make, the slot machines make. The ding ding ding, that ringing and stuff like that. It draws people to it, and I think that's why people like the casino videos because they see the bright lights, they see the noise. And sometimes the other casino channels, I hear them talking in the background. Like, damn, I didn't get it, I didn't win, or they're all cheerful and stuff like that when they do get a win. Yeah, I would say people watching is fun sometimes. Um, then gambling and stuff. Thank you, Matan. I'll be working on that the WH now. See how it goes there. Um, I'm about 987 away from that fourth that number 4. Um, so I'm on my way there, um, and it's been pretty good. I have a lot of subscribers, a lot of people that follow, uh, enjoy some of my channels or different variety of videos I do. Salamat for all the friends that are out there. Salamat, thank you for all the visiting and viewing and stuff like that. Um, let's see. Um, yeah, so my 2 most recent videos are part 1, part 2 of the casino. I didn't want to load it. That would have been I had to split it in 2 halves. It was over an hour, just at the casino. Of course, I was there longer, but the recording part was like over an hour. So I cut it down. I split it in 2 different videos, and then put those on there and stuff. Um, but if you guys have any questions for me, go ahead and ask. I'll be able to answer them, stuff like that. Just here talking. If you see anybody that's here in the chit chat here on the side, on the chatting, if you've never seen them before, go and look at their channels, see if you like it. Because everyone here that follows me or I follow, we all have different channels or different varieties of channels or things that are interesting. Check their channel out. I've got have Chia here, Matan, Lucena. Lucena's got her morning coffee every morning. Have Cheetahs out there. I've seen a couple of his videos, and Matan, I've seen a few, not all of them. It'd be kind of different. I'll help you out. Sometimes working with Lucena, also been the Lion and Red Dragon. Oh, cool. Thanks, Matan. Red Dragon's a pretty good guy. He watched one of my videos, um, commenting on it. He comments on most of my videos. Like I go on his channel, look at his channel. Um, Red Dragon and me just happen to sometimes when I go to a lot of different lives, we're on about the same time and stuff like that. But again, like I told Have Chia since he was here earlier, I've been in a new place, a new workplace for about 3 weeks. So I'm doing all the training and getting used to that. So I haven't been on YouTube as much. I still make some videos or had them made, and I'm just editing them and put them on for you guys to enjoy, comment, share. I've had a couple of my videos shared, which is kind of nice. And then also we'll be doing more videos with cooking, more going out as the summer's here. So we can show you more places to take tours around my area, which is in Central Texas, that you guys can see. Everywhere from San Antonio. I still have to go do the missions in San Antonio, all the way up to Austin, some more stuff in Austin. And then where I'm originally from, down in the Rio Grande Valley, you'll make some videos down there, especially South Padre Island. For everyone that knows, South Padre Island is a nice beach area in South Texas. A lot of people go down there, a lot of people during spring break. But for someone that's like from there, you're used to it. You're used to it growing up. I know it's changed a lot. It's crowded now. I won't say overcrowded yet because they keep building stuff there to make it more tourist friendly. But if you're from down there, you get used to it. I guess it's the same thing for you guys or anyone that lives like in Vegas. Vegas is always there. So I've met a lot of friends in Vegas and say they don't even go to the casinos that much. because it's right there. It's always around them, so they don't even hit those casinos up. Um, yep, UT Rio Grande Valley is down by South Padre Island. Um, if it's the UT Rio Grande Valley in Rio Grande City or the northern part of the Rio Grande Valley, that's about 30 to 45 minutes depending on traffic. Um, and then if you go to UT Rio Grande Valley, Brownsville, that's only about maybe 15 minutes to South Padre Island. So it's right there. Mactan, stay kind to all, and we Filipinos community will hello you. Yes, Mactan, salamat. Yes, we have a lot of Filipino subscribers, have family in the Philippines and stuff like that. Yep, that's true. Have Cheetah. I was still living down there. I was still a kid when it was Pan American University, Pan Am University, that is on the old Fort Brown, the actual fort that was there, that shut down in the 1950s. It was built in 1846. Yep. Did you go down there, have Cheetah, to Pan Am or family or friends there, or did you graduate from there? But yeah, it used to be Pan Am. Um, yes, Mactan, thank you for that. My wife's here; she's just shy, just like me. I'm shy. We're both shy. Just getting comfortable on the camera. Um, but we've made a couple videos. Eventually, we'll make some when we go to the Philippines and go hit some tourist spots. And some other places there in PI or here in Texas. Yeah, their basketball team has actually been real good. They actually do recruit good for their basketball teams down there, and it's kind of amazing that they do that well in basketball. Of course, they won't do good in football or college football or the baseball. I don't think will get that good. But yeah, have Cheetah. Their basketball team's always I would say at least past 20 years, they've had some good teams. I think once or twice they made it to a national tournament in March Madness. Um, again, for all the people here, thank you for being here, supporting us on this live. It's just one of the few lives that I do or that I've done. Working on the WH area. Yeah, yeah, I saw that. I don't know. I don't know if you saw what conference they're going to be in. I know they're Division One, or they might be Division Two, but I don't know what conference they'll go into. I know the Division Ones, the smaller Division Ones, like the size that that team would be, are in the ACE. I think Atlantic Coast Conference, some weird conference or American conference. They're like real smaller conferences in Division One. Um, but yeah, that'd be kind of interesting. They'll probably they're not going to recruit big names though for their first year. Probably it won't be like Alabama or UT. Oh wow, yeah, WAC West. That's awesome. They'll be in a good conference then. Mactan, any questions you got for me, Mactan? Just go ahead and ask if you're still there. I know have Cheetah and me have been here since I started a little while ago. Lucena dropped by and said hi, which is great. I always like the coffee time with her and stuff like that. Um, yeah, the wax good. Have you ever been down there? Have Cheetah down to the Rio, what they call the Rio Grande Valley? It's the southernmost part of Texas. Um, and then South Padre Island is not bad. They also have Boca Chica Beach, which is there in Brownsville. Boca Chica Beach is now it's a beach area, but also on the drive there, you pass where Elon Musk has his SpaceX and his SpaceX rockets are there in that area. Um, okay, yeah, we're here. I'm here. And I'm talking, and my wife will probably come by, just say hi real quick and stuff like that. Um, oh, El Paso. Okay, yeah, that's El Paso. I live in Central Texas, so El Paso from here is still about a 10-hour drive from where I live to El Paso. And if you live or leave or drive from where Brownsville or South Padre Island is, add another 5 hours. So that's at least 15 hours from Brownsville, South Padre Island area to El Paso. It's a long drive. Um, you drive 77 to Corpus, 37 to San Antonio, from San Antonio, take Interstate 10 west, and then you're in El Paso. But that's a 15-hour drive. It's a long drive. You got to stop and every at least 4 hours, or when you get gas, and walk around for about 5-10 minutes and stuff like that. Um, but it's like I said, it's a pretty good drive there. There's other coastal towns that are pretty good. Galveston's nice. Corpus Christi is nice. Um, I know El Paso's also got a University of Texas there. It's UTEP, University of Texas El Paso. That's another university that the UT, University of Texas system has. Um, because the main one, the University of Texas in Austin, is just crowded. There's so many people there, and they set up to 40,000 college kids, university kids every year during the university season and stuff like that. Um, but I don't know if you follow football that much. Have Cheetah or any of my other subscribers here, but University of Texas is Archie Manning, Eli Manning, and Peyton Manning's. Well, Archie Manning's grandson, Eli, and Peyton Manning's nephew is going to go play for the University of Texas as a quarterback for his freshman year. I don't know if he'll be a starter, but he's they got that new system where college kids could get paid for their likeness and all that. He's already supposedly going to get close to 3 million just playing college football, and he hasn't even played a snap yet. But they've already signed a contract. I think mainly because of his name. I don't know what you guys think of it too. It's probably majority of it's for his name, but I saw some of the videos on him, and he's actually pretty decent. He was a decent high school player. What school did you go to, have Cheetah, if I could ask? A couple of years ago. Was it in a bowl game or? Well, it's been a long time since the Horns have been in a championship game, so I don't think it was the big game. Maybe it could have been, but that was a while back. Oh man, San Jose State. Yep. So San Jose State, that's in San Jose, California. Am I correct? Um, I've been to San Jose. Uh, Shoot, I was actually stationed in San Francisco Bay Area from 94 to 96. Um, and we used to actually drive down to San Jose to the comedy club that was down there. One of the guys on our ship, we go spend the weekend at his uncle's house, and we go to the comedy club. I think it was the Improv there in San Jose that we go and watch some of the comedy shows, and this was in 94 or 96 time frame. Um, so every so often we drive down there. The guy had a pool. He had a guest house, and we'd hang out there, something to do instead of just go out downtown San Francisco or other cities in that area, Oakland. It was nice to go to a friend's family's guest house where we could barbecue and just relax, enjoy it before we would go in deployments or whatever. So I like San Jose, California. Oh, okay. I know where some of those are. I can't remember the names of them. That's why the comedy club. I think it was the Improv. Um, we'd go see some shows there in the mid '90s, and I think that's still when comedy wasn't red flagged that much. Some of the comedians nowadays have to watch what they say, but I remember then it was pretty interesting. The guy had made fun of one thing I remember there. The guy was joking around, but the lady had her legs on the stage propped up, and the comedian said some stuff to her. Um, Me and my wife and some of our neighbors have gone to comedy clubs before. The comedy clubs are awesome. I've enjoyed them, but when they start guiding us to the seats, we try to avoid when they start going to those front row seats next to the stage. Because even when you see comedy shows on TV or whatever, you see one of those comedians pick up the people in the first two rows. So we've always tried to be in a couple rows back and stuff like that. The closest we got was about 3 rows, and I thought we were targets right there too. It looked because they were like regular tables. You know, it was like a bar area, regular tables and all that. I thought we were kind of close on that one. But yeah, no, I enjoyed that whole area. San Jose, the Bay Area was nice. San Jose, we'd go up. Well, sometimes we go to Reno and stuff. San Jose, you had Half Moon Bay, was another Half Moon Bay area was real pretty and stuff like that. Drive there and go along the Golden Coast Highway, Highway One, if I'm right, um, and just drive up and down. That was a pretty good drive. Back then, there was I don't remember too many gas stations, so it was kind of different there. Driving on that one highway, you make sure you had gas before you got to the next city. Um, San Jose, Sacramento, Martinez, Concord, California, Alameda, Oakland. Those are some of the towns that we used to go to, hang out, or do different things there. Um, Concord is where the weapons station was at that time. There was Mare Island that shut down. Um, the Mare Island, the Treasure Island, that was another base that shut down. So there are a lot of different areas there that the Navy guys would go to or visit, or the towns around it back in the mid '90s and probably before then. That was probably one of the best things or most memorable things I've done. Have cheetahs going under the Golden Gate Bridge on a ship coming out from the Pacific into the harbor, go under the Golden Gate. Then we go under the Oakland Bay Bridge, and then we go the bridge. There was another bridge going towards Concord. Once you're in the river, can't remember the name of that bridge, but that one was a drawbridge. It would raise up and stuff like that. Yeah, the Golden Gate is massive. I've taken the tour, you know, where you're on both sides, over there in Marion County or on this side. But then also when you go under it on a ship, it's kind of amazing. You're looking up and you're seeing the bottom of the Golden Gate and stuff like that. Marion County, I remember back in the mid '90s, we went there twice, and then once you pass there, you go to the wine countries, wine areas and stuff like that. Also, we had I can't remember the names. There was some good ice cream places there in Marion County. Um, that we took, and I think, if I'm correct, have Cheetah Folsom prisons in the Marion County side. Um, they had us on a tour bus once, and we drove by there and stuff of it. That was Folsom, I think, and it was pretty interesting to see where Johnny Cash was at, or they had him. Probably some other famous people have been held up in there before, but yeah, we liked it. We enjoyed it. I enjoyed that part of California. I enjoyed. It was real nice. Yep, Folsom County. Yep. So that is, if I'm correct, have Cheetah. That is the one in Marion County. Once you cross the bridge down, well, probably a little more down from where the bridge is at. Because again, it's been a long time since I've been in that area. The last other places I've been was in San Diego, but the last time I was in San Diego was 2011. That's been a while too. Check one thing here. Um, yeah, it's been good. Again, thank you for the people that are here watching. The ones that have dropped by, even if it's for a little bit and stuff like that. In '99, yeah. Where'd you go after that? Have Cheetah? Yep. Again, thanks for the people that have come by, drop by, like I was saying earlier. It's good to have people watch your lives, even if it's a few people, but at least you're doing good. And able to talk to some people, answer some questions, talk or whatever, chit chat. Any new people that drop by here, if you're not following them, at least look at their uh, their channels, see how it is. Oh, Michigan. I know a couple people from Michigan. Actually, there's a few at my new job that are originally from Michigan and stuff. And I don't know the people. You've probably seen the people do this thing with their hand when they talk to other people from Michigan or they meet people like, "Hey, where are you from?" And they point to some part of their hand because that's what part or area they're from in Michigan because they just use their hand as the map of Michigan. You've probably seen that a lot of you lived there since '99. Uh, I've lived here in Texas my first 18 years, of course, as a kid. Traveled a lot when I was in the military. And then since 2014, I've been back in Texas. Slow mode. Should I use fast mode or reduce the seconds? Let me see. Again, this is only my third live, so I'm still, let's see. Allow. Let me move that down to 10 at least. I'm moving down to 10, see what happens. Oh man, okay. So I moved it to 10 seconds. I don't know if that's real slow. Yeah, okay. Cliff, just talking to people. I have Cheetah will view here. Just any questions like that. Earlier, we were talking about one of the new movies that's out. Um, the Fast and Furious Part 10 was out. We're talking about it. Really didn't say too much about the movie. No spoilers or anything like that, especially if you just haven't seen it. And then Cliff just relaxing on a Saturday night. Um, and making new friends. This is only my third live, so I'm just getting comfortable talking to people, seeing what you guys say. If you guys have any questions for me, be able to answer them and stuff like that. So it's just a little getting used to everything here. Just had some help on how fast I have my messages going too. So thanks for that, Hachita. And it's always good to have some good constructive criticism. Even when I did like my first couple of videos, some people said, "Hey, do this, do that." You know, they didn't say, "Hey, man, your stuff stinks." They kind of pointed out, "Hey, if you do it like this, it might work." And I did it like that, and it's worked for a couple of them. So a little bit of help is always good for everybody here. Um, but Cliff, if you're still there, just if you got any questions, just go and ask them. Type it there, um, and be able to answer them, stuff like that. Yeah. So no problem, Cliff. Again, I just like talking to people, seeing how it's going, getting used to this. My wife says, look at the camera, but I catch myself looking at the screen instead of the camera. So, like, I don't know which, sometimes if you see me looking here, I'm looking at myself talking to the screen instead, I guess, looking at you guys and stuff like that. Um, it's always good to greet new people. If you see channels that are on this on the chat part, look at their channels, see if you like them. Another thing, I just try to help each other out. For people that have channels, or even if you don't have a channel, just come by, say hi and stuff like that. For the warm welcomes and hi, how you doing? Questions, talk. Look at the other channels. We all have different varieties of videos that you can watch and enjoy. And then it's up to you if you want to like, share, subscribe. But it's great at least to get a thumbs up from people. So all the channels, what I've just been doing for less than a year, at least I see that people are watching the videos, paying attention to it like that. Um, and some of my videos, I know some people have done. They'll put chapters of the videos are too long, so you just hit to a specific part in the videos. I don't know, that helps out, especially for some of the longer videos. I think my last two videos have been part one, part two, from one of the casino visits I did. And so it's got, they're longer videos, and if I hadn't cut it up, that video would have been over an hour. And I guess you're not supposed to really have videos that long on there unless it's a movie or you're making a documentary or something for the History Channel. Um, but just here, I've been talking to everyone that's dropped by, just like talking to people and enjoying it. See if you guys have any questions. But again, we were talking about the last movie that came out, Fast and Furious, that I just watched today. Um, and I don't know if you guys know or heard that my son was telling me there's probably gonna be two more Fast and Furious after this. I guess they've signed a certain amount of movies are supposed to be made, but there's going to be at least two more Fast and Furious movies coming out. I don't know when, but just expect that. And kind of, you watch the video or the movie. If you go to watch the movie, just stay till all the end credits. You know how in some movies they wait till everything all the way to the end to show you like hints or teasers for something else. So for that Fast and Furious movie, I would stick around till the very end so you see anything else. But that's the only other spoiler I would say is, like I told Hachita, Paul Walker's daughter was in there. She's 25 now, and she was in there in the movie, um, doing her part and stuff. I probably believe it. John Wick's Hachita's real good at movies. He likes movies. Cliff. Um, I like watching them. I don't make comments. That's not something I've done on these. I watch the channels that do them. But yeah, John Wick is, oh man, that's made a lot, and that's one of those movie or franchise movies where they haven't, I guess, gone all crazy. How sometimes the world seems like it goes. John Wick movies are pretty awesome. That last one that we saw, it was, man, that John Wick was awesome. That last movie, I couldn't say much. I hopefully you guys have seen it. I don't want to say too much about the movie then. But I enjoyed it. The one guy that passed away in there, the concierge person, the guy who worked at the desk. Um, yep, the first John Wick. Yeah, I think he beat the Rambo movies there. Um, if you put all the Rambo movies together, I think that's probably got the highest total count. If you guys have both seen the movie when he's going up that stairwell all the way to the top, and then he falls down and it has to go back up again. That was just an odd. Yeah, it's bad, it's killing and all that, but just that scene was pretty cool. It was it was a good scene in the movie and stuff like that. Yeah, him going all the way up and falling down just to go back up again. That's probably one of the better parts of the movie that if I remember and stuff like that. Um, but Kuno Reeves, and he's always been a good actor. Well, probably Bill and Ted's the two Bill and Ted movies, probably or three. There's actually three. Um, Probably people when they saw Bill and Ted's there in that late '80s wouldn't think that that guy's not going to be a good serious actor later on. But that's other actors have started off like not I guess really like comedians or funny type movies, and then they made a big career, or it was a stepping stone, but they've done good. And Kuno Reeves is awesome, John Wick, and I think that franchise has done good for him. And it looked like they hinted there's going to be another one. Yep. Yeah, the Bill and Ted's, those were awesome movies and stuff like that. San Dimas, California. Yeah, that was. and always saying excellent and stuff like that. That was a classic movie. I always love those movies. Every so often. Yeah, this Fast and Furious, they're on 10, so they make two more. That'll be 12, 11, and 12. So I can't remember. The only other movies that had a lot of movies on their franchise was, I think Halloween, and Friday the 13th had a lot of different ones. Cliff, I know Hachi say he's up in Michigan. I'm in Texas, down here in Central Time Zone. Where are you at, Cliff? Or what part of the world are you in? States or Europe or Asia? Um, just to say hi and stuff like that. See if I know some areas there. Um, Me and Hachito were talking earlier about the Bay Area and stuff like that. San Jose, Marin County, San Francisco. Um, what part do you live in, Cliff? Oh shoot, Anaheim. Okay, cool. The closest I've been to Anaheim, there in that's the Los Angeles County area. I'm correct, right? Um, Oxnard, California, where the Cowboys do their training camp. I don't know how close Anaheim is. I think it's right nearby, but it's been a while. I've been to California since 2011. But Oxnard, California, we would go watch the Dallas Cowboys training camp when I was living in San Diego, California. Oh, Longview, Texas, Houston, and Irvine. No, that's cool. Longview is where I don't know if you follow football. Uh, Longview is the area where Patrick Mahomes is from. Went to high school in that area, and then went to Texas Tech before he went over to Kansas City to play their NFL. Houston's nice, but it's just so crowded. It's one of those big cities. Okay, yeah, Orange County. Yeah, I know where that area is at. I know where that part of the county's at. Um, when we lived in San Diego area, we had friends. I don't know how close it is to Orange County, but they lived in what they call Hemet, Temecula, Murrieta areas. What's that casino? Wait, see that thing? Yep, Mahomes is up from that area. Yep. Yeah, that guy, man, he's doing outstanding stuff. Every year he's been in the in the playoffs. Every year he's been at least in the AFC Championship games. So he did good. And he's a co-owner. Sam Manuel. Okay, Sam Manuel. Manuel or Manuel? Okay. Yeah, Manuel, I think, yeah. Yeah, but Mahomes is a great kid. I don't know if you know, he got some ownership rights of the Kansas City Royals also as part of his contract, which I haven't seen any football players get. Well, he was a baseball player too, but I haven't seen too many football players get like part ownership of some other sport. Um, I know some basketball players have gone into other sports and stuff like that. Yeah, and the the other one I think is the Golden Acorn, and then Temecula's got one too. The Golden Acorn, we played there once. We played at the one up in Temecula once or twice. You probably saw my last two videos, Cliff. I know have Cheetah and some of the other people here earlier. I mentioned in my last two videos are the casino videos, and those do pretty well for me and stuff like that. Go in there, just spend a little time. That's the closest one to us. It's on Indian Reservation in Eagle Pass, Texas. It's the Kickapoo Indian Reservation in Eagle Pass, Texas, where we play. It's called the Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino. Yeah, the one here in Texas, that's the only one. And just a couple weeks ago, our state legislature voted it down again. Texas is trying to get casinos, um, and they shut it down again. They're losing money. I don't like talking politics, but they're losing money. It doesn't matter what side of the fence you're on. you're losing a lot of money. Most of the people in Texas that do gamble or go to casinos or resorts like that, they go to Oklahoma. Um, an hour outside of Dallas, you hit Windstar or Cushata, or no, Windstar. There's another one up there. There's two or three casinos right across the Oklahoma border. They're like 15 minutes into Oklahoma. And then Louisiana's got the ones, Leon Bray. They got the Leon Bray in Lake Charles. I think it's the Golden Nugget in Lake Charles. They have a Cushata. It's in a different part of Louisiana. And then if you go down I-10 east some more, there's a couple, two or three more casinos in the next neighboring states. And then there's one or two in New Mexico and Indian reservations. But yeah, they're losing a lot of money because when you, for example, when we driven to the ones in Oklahoma, Louisiana, if you look at a parking lot, say there's 100 cars out in that parking lot, at least 80 of them have Texas plates. So they're losing a lot of money. And that's one thing, if the state would just let it, they could probably put it near Houston, near Dallas, down here in the San Antonio area. But like ours, the nearest one is about 2.5 hours from where we reside and stuff to drive. But it's not as fancy as some of the other ones, of course. But it's good to see people here supporting. If you guys can support each other, if you haven't seen each other's videos or channels, go check out other people's channels and stuff like that. Yeah, it's I think it is about locations because there are some places in Oklahoma we've driven where you see a large building and there was a casino at one time and it shut down just different reasons. And some of these buildings were already abandoned before the pandemic COVID stuff even happened. So some of those were already shut down. Right now I got it's my last one I had in the fridge, but it's here in Ichiban. It's from Japan, or well, it's from the store here locally, but it's Japanese beer from our HEBs. Cliff, you know what the HEB is since you've been here. The HEBs, just like your Albertsons type stores, your Kroger's, those kind of stores. But yeah, that's a here in Ichiban. I've had that open for about an hour and a half now. Earlier, I tried using Streamyard. I see a lot of people use a Streamyard, but I couldn't get it to work right, so I just went back to the regular camera here. These Japanese beers are pretty good. I've enjoyed them. I lived in Japan for about 15 years, so I had all the beers over there in Japan that you could have. And enjoyed them all. What? Yeah, Godfather's another good movie. It's like Cat Cheetah mentioned. There's a lot of good movies out there, and sometimes I think that a lot of the older movies have some of the best lines. One of the best movies that had a lot of good lines. Mel Brooks movie, Blazing Saddles. I don't know if you guys watched Blazing Saddles, but the part where the Mexican bandits come up to the desk and he gives them the badges, and the guy looks at him, badges. We don't need no stinking badges, and he throws it back at him. That was probably one of the best lines from that movie. Yep, I think my son, who's about 23 now, I think he saw it once, but the younger generation don't get hooked on those kind of movies, I guess, that much. Like us, we'll go watch some older movies over and over. I see John Wayne movies pop up. I'll still watch a John Wayne movie. I probably watch it over 20, 30, probably more than that now, over 50 times. John Wayne movies, any Mel Brooks movies back in the day. Oh, that's cool. Alex Curse, yeah. That's kind of cool for the Bengals. The Bengals your favorite team there? That was my wife. She's kind of shy. She popped her head in real quick. But are you a Bengals fan, Cliff, or just Alex Curris friend or follower and stuff like that? Um, oh shoot, I didn't know that. Man, maybe that's why I saw man. Yeah, Jim Brown passed away. That was a great guy. Man, I wasn't old enough yet probably to watch him play football, but I know my parents saw him playing football. Yeah, big Bengals fan. They've been doing good this past couple of years. Somebody I worked for before was a big Bengals fan. Um, for me, I guess have Cheetah and Cliff. Have Cheetah. If you follow NFL, which team is your favorite? But being in Texas, you probably can guess which of the two teams is probably my favorite. Um, and it's not the one in Houston. There's only one other team, but that's our favorite. My wife loves American football. Um, yeah, yeah, because Paul Brown. Oh man, Steelers fan. One of my neighbors before was a big Steelers fan. Now my new neighbors, one's a Cowboys fan, just like me. The other one's an Eagles fan, Philadelphia Eagles fan. Yeah, because Paul Brown, he owned the Browns and the Bengals, if I'm correct, right? Terry Bradshaw was awesome. For the Cowboys fans back in the '70s, like my parents and me, I was real young anyway, but when Terry Bradshaw played the Cowboys in the Super Bowls that we lost against them, um, they didn't like him that much. Yeah, Joe Burrow is good. He's a good kid. I would say he's just below, like for the younger guys that come in the past 5 years, I'd say he's just right below Patrick Mahomes. Um, yeah, yeah. Joe Burrow played awesome last year. I saw most of the games. Even being a fan of one team, me and my wife will actually watch the other games afterwards or go look at the highlights. We'll watch Monday night games. We'll watch Thursday night games just to see how they are. Yeah, um, and that's the thing. Some of those young quarterbacks come out. Some of them have it, that maturity, and some don't. That's just something you see. Um, the biggest disappointment for most, like I would say, Texas A&M fans with Johnny Football. Johnny Manziel came out and he just bombed. He just straight to the toilet because he had no maturity. He was just still wanted to party and all that. That's cool. The Bengals will be there eventually. Yeah, but I think the Cowboys. If you go to a Cowboys training camp, like we have done in the past, Jerry Jones is always trying to beef the fans up out there, like how we're going to the Super Bowl, you know. So, but he's more hyped than how I was, and so we all believe it, and we get all pissed when we don't even or we make the playoffs. We're out the first round. Yep. Yeah, I saw the draft for a lot of people. The Mahomes playing on one leg. I know you want to win or go to the Super Bowl or win the Super Bowl, but I was. I guess it's good that he didn't get too hurt. Mahomes on that one leg. If you guys remember when RG3 Robert Griffin was playing for well, not they're not the Redskins anymore. Sorry for about to say that if you guys get offended. They're called the Commanders now, Washington Commanders now. But when they had RG3, that same thing happened to him. They were in the playoffs and he had a leg injury, and the coach didn't take him out, and the player kept playing. And RG3, pretty much after 2 or 3 years, was out of football. Yeah. Yeah, the Browns, the Ravens, Pittsburgh, and the Bengals. One of our other neighbors a little bit further down the road is a big Ravens fan. So you got the flag flying and everything. And when I lived in Japan, two of the guys I worked for were Ravens fans. Um, yeah, all running quarterbacks pretty much have that short shelf life because they want to run and they get that those legs get hurt, then they can't move around in the pocket or wherever um, that much. The pocket quarterbacks do a lot better over time, and we've seen that with Brady. Um, Damn, what's his name? He just went to the Jets. I'm brain fire right now. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers went to the Jets. Before you had Roethlisberger, big guy. Um, you had the other guy that used to play with San Diego, Los Angeles Chargers. Um, yeah, yeah, I do too because the biggest thing with the running ones, they're good, like you said, for a while, but once they get hurt, they don't play that as well. And then you want them to be able to get some passes down the field and be the guy out there commanding the game and stuff like that. So yeah, pocket quarterbacks are good. We have one. He doesn't run that much. Dak Prescott. He runs when he needs to, but sometimes I don't know. They did this thing on Dak Prescott where he had 15 interceptions for the year, but the guys were doing a count and like 7 of them he deserved. Where actually he is. The other ones they hit someone's hands and fell out. Yeah, Roethlisberger. He was just a big quarterback. He was big, wide. He was a wide body. He was one of those real heavy. You don't see that many heavy set quarterbacks like that anymore. Most of these guys are coming out. They're all lean cut. Um, the Cowboys actually got a real short player um, on the draft. We got a running back named Vaughn. His dad played for the Cowboys back in the late 70s and early 80s. And this guy, he's only 5'6", I think they said he is. Vaughn is the guy's last name. He's a running back. In college, he was number 22, so I don't know if the Cowboys are going to let him wear 22 because that was Emmitt Smith's number. Again, for the people that are dropping by, saying hi, say hi, going like. I'm here with Cliff and have Cheetah, just talking to them, seeing how it's going. Um, Again, I don't have like a big thing set up, but like once you start talking about a subject or getting into certain subjects, it goes, it flows real easy when you're talking to people and stuff like that. Yeah, 6'6" when you have those big quarterbacks. Yeah, yes, I was Cliff. I was 24 years out of that. That's why 15 were in Japan. Um, I enjoyed it. I actually have some Japanese stuff in the cabinet there. And I liked it. My oldest was born over there in Japan. The city he was born in was near Nagasaki. And then my youngest was born in Texas and stuff like that. But yes, I was over there for about 15 years. Enjoyed it. Enjoyed the touring, the visiting, climbing Mount Fuji. Uh, thank you, Cliff. Thank you for that. The baseball games are awesome there. I don't know if you guys probably follow baseball or watch it at least. Um, I'm an Astros fan, but when I was in Japan, the baseball was awesome. They get really into baseball. They have cheerleaders on top of the dugouts. Between innings, they go on the field and do their cheerleadering. Uh, they got the big taiko drummers in the center field areas for pretty much the drums and the music. And the stadiums there pretty much is split down the middle. So it's not like some of the U.S. stadiums where you go around and there's fans from each. So say you got the Detroit Tigers against the Astros, you won't have that mixture. Those pretty much home plate is split in half. This side, that's all your team. Like Yokohama, for example, this side is the Tokyo team, and that's where you sit. You don't intermingle or mix like that. And they give you these balloons, 7th inning. Everyone in the audience blows them up. and you let them out in the air. So during the 7 inch stretch, um, I remember they would have, like, just in Americans, you got the guy selling hot dogs, popcorn, peanuts, and he's walking up and down. There they had the Japanese. There were ladies. They would wear a mini keg on their back, and you just pass your beer cup down to the end, and then they just pour it for you, depending. And they have the big label of the beer on the little mini keg that she's got strapped to her back and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah. The Astros had a lot of bad years. Just like the Rangers. The Rangers made the World Series a couple of times, but the Astros recently have been a powerhouse. They've been getting there, getting into the playoffs every year, just about. The Astros were good. Yeah, back in the '90s, they were bad. I think with the Astros, yeah, those keg backpacks are awesome. They just pour it for you. You pass the money on with your thing. And the fan next to you, even though you might be 15 fans deep, they'll pass the money in your empty cup, and then pass your change and your cup back to you, and you just enjoy it. And it's a regular. It's like those red Solo cup sizes. So you take your time, of course, and watch the game. But they really get into it. They sing songs and everything, and they sing songs in unison. All the fans. So it's pretty good there. Yeah, Cliff, that would be interesting. Yeah, they are. They're pretty nice over there and stuff like that. They're great people, great fans. My Japanese coworkers I had when I lived over there, we'd go, and then after our right before the game, we'd go like to a 7-Eleven or the pick and pack, and they have food in one side. You eat before, and then you go inside, go watch the game. You eat something before you go in there. Um, then have a couple beers in the game, and then you walk out with your Japanese coworkers, and you guys get on the train and head back. But we enjoyed it over there. Like, that was the games. The baseball games in Japan were awesome. I couldn't say anything. They were great. Extra innings were awesome. If you ever had extra innings. Yeah, Cliff, that'd be funny. You just gotta say in Japanese and stuff like that, or go like this and stuff, because they don't go like this. They kind of like this, like come here, but your hands down. Um, yeah, or you not just that, you just sit right there on the seat where the aisle is and stuff like that, the steps, because you're there all the time and stuff like that. But yeah, they were pretty nice and stuff. Pretty good at serving the customers, and we had a great, like I said, great time over there. Took my son there, watch it. He played baseball, and so he had the experience of watching their baseball. Man, let me see. Let me see. God darn it, it's gonna be a while. I'll think of it in a little bit, Cliff. It's gotta come back to me. I've been away from Japan since 14, almost 10 years. But I'll think of it in a little bit and stuff like that. I'm talking. But yeah, I enjoy Japan. Did Mount Fuji that one time. Lived in two different areas. I lived near Nagasaki, and then I also lived in Yokosuka, which is about 45 minutes on the medium speed train to Tokyo and stuff like that. So it was a great place. Good experience for both my kids also to be in a different country and stuff like that. My daughter, of course, was younger, but my son was already, when we left Japan, he was already in middle school. So he was able to hang out with some middle school kids that we knew that were from our Japanese friends that were about his age. So he was able to hang out there and stuff like that. Um, I mentioned on my other live, another cool thing there, you all is the beer machines, smoking machines. A lot of the machines had different things in there that you get besides your Cokes, your bags of chips and stuff like that. They had some that were beer, and not just one beer size. They had different beer sizes. The coffee machines had hot or cold coffee, various, I guess, colors or taste. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but they had the variety of coffees and stuff like that, and they come out hot or cold. Your teas would come out hot and cold, depending on what you liked. I used to get the milk tea in the wintertime from. They had a lot of teas in there. There was a lot of fish. Um, a lot of fish, and then they do have like meat, but they're like they're at their yakiniku places or yakitori places. Um, some of the places had like an all you could eat buffet, and they bring the meat to your table, or you depending which style you went to, you could go to some and the meat's already up against the wall. So your first serving, you go pick all the meat, put it on a plate, bring it to your table, and you probably see in some of the movies or shows where they got a circle inside the middle of the table. You can fit 4 to 6 people um, around the table. One moment. All right. So you fit the people around the table, and you just start cooking right there. And as you finish the plate, there's a little buzzer on the side. You press the buzzer, and someone will bring you a new plate of the raw meat. So you just cook in the middle. Um, but yeah, fish is one of the biggest things in the diet. My wife loves fish, of course, and then my kids like it a little bit. I'll eat fish, but I'm one of those guys that has my fish fried. Biggest one I like is fried catfish. Um, but that's just how I like it fried. I don't like seeing the eyes and all that stuff. Because they'll serve you the fish, but sometimes it's still got like all your skin, and you just open it and then you eat the meat from the inside. But when you first see it, it's still got the eyeball looking at you, so it's a little different. Um, yeah, the fish, the rice. They had some good snacks there. They had chocolate, but it wasn't as sweet as like the American chocolate. Yeah, catfish is popular down here. They cook it up a lot. They have you can fry it, cook it on the grill. It's one of the more popular fish as you're farther away from the coast, but along the coast they have snapper and other ones when you go deep sea fishing, which I did once and caught some reds. Uh, but along our coast in Texas, you go there. Living in Houston, you might have gone to Galveston and seen the better or more variety of fish down there in the Galveston area, or Houston area and stuff like that. And in Corpus Christi had the same thing. They had a fish market down in Corpus Christi. Um, the Valley had a smaller fish market, but the Valley, kind of like Rockport, Texas, and Port Aransas, and maybe in Galveston Bay Area, had a lot of shrimpers, shrimp boats in the 80s and 90s. Uh, most of our shrimping died back in the 90s in the Brownsville or South Padre Island area. Most of the shrimping just started losing money there. Catfish restaurant, yeah. There's a couple over there in East Texas that are pretty nice to eat, catfish places. Have Cheetah, thank you for visiting, joining the chat. Again, it's great. Even for a few people, at least I get comfortable talking to you all, see how it is. So have Cheetah, thank you for visiting. And just chatting, like I said, even on my description is just chat, see how it is, ask questions, talk about different things. So again, thanks, Have Cheetah. If you saw anybody else here that you haven't followed, just visit their channels. I'm probably like some of the other guys that say, go in, like, share, um, visit other people and stuff like that. Just help each other grow, help everyone else's channel grow, or keep it going and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll see how it is. And go Steelers this year for you guys. Cliff, I started at, let me see, I started about 8:15. So this is only an hour. Yeah, I started at 8:15. I wanted to start about 7:45, but I tried doing this on Streamyard, and it says there was some error on Streamyard, and I was trying to fix it. And after a while, I just said I'll just stay on what you call it, on the regular webcam that the YouTube provides. So I just went on that and just stayed on that one. Oh, Cliff, I've been on YouTube. Let me see if I can see on here. I started YouTube in July. Last year I started YouTube. Now chatting like this, I've only done three. The first time when I hit 100 subscribers, and then another one about a month ago. I've done 7 lives. This is my 7th live. The other 4 lives were like I was walking around a park or walking around a building, just showing old buildings in downtown San Antonio and stuff like that. Um, so as far as my podcast or talking chat here, this is only the 3rd time I've done it where I'm talking to the camera to people and stuff like that. Um, so I know I've seen some guys that do games and all this other stuff. I'm not that advanced. I'm still I guess a rookie or a beginner and stuff like that. But yeah, for this one live today though, it's been about 8:15, so it's been about an hour now. And usually I'll just try to do them about an hour and 30. I know my second one like this, I did a long one. Oh, that's cool. You honeymooned in San Antonio. How long ago was that? Was that recently? Um, San Antonio is a nice city. I work for the city, so I go downtown all the time. I don't live in the city. I live in another town outside of the city just to enjoy it. So I like the country. 32 years ago. Oh man, that was nice. Congratulations on 32 years. For me, it's 25 years now. Um, it's been a while. We enjoy it. We didn't honeymoon there. We honeymooned in the Philippines, where my wife's from. So we went somewhere, had a good time. Some of our cousins were there, and they bought the Filipino beer, of course, with me paying for it. But we drank all that up. Um, do you remember what part of San Antonio? Did you take the tours in San Antonio? The River Walk? That's a popular area down here for tourists. Is get the River Walk, the Alamo, of course, and some of the other places like the Missions. Um, when's the last time you been to San Antonio, Cliff? I know it's changed a lot. They keep doing. They're doing more. Yeah, the Riverwalk has changed a lot. Not as far as design, just they probably have more restaurants now. Some of the older buildings are getting renovated, and they're turning. There's about 3 areas now that have those studio apartments being built up and stuff like that. Um, so they got studios being built near there. Near one section of the Riverwalk, there's some studio apartments being built. I would say the street name, but you probably don't remember that area. Yeah, the Alamo was great. They had some things a couple of years ago where they wanted to change things and put a fence around it just so um, more like crowd control type thing. Not bad in a bad way, but they just wanted to renovate that area down there, and the design was just going to be horrible. So it's still probably the same way when you were there, as far as the Alamo and the area in front of it. It's still opened up, and they got the little stores across the street and down the street. So it's that really not going to change unless they do some big upgrades um, or renovations to everything else around it. Um, yeah, I'm a big history buff also. That's one thing I wanted to do with my channel. If you visited my channel, I've done maybe one or two historical places. The rest right now are historical cemeteries. There are. I still do have to do the Alamo. I have to go down there eventually. I have to do the four other missions in San Antonio. I haven't done those. Um, Not too far from here is Gonzales, Texas, where the Texas Revolution started. The first shot of the Texas Revolution was there in Gonzales, Texas. And a lot of people are probably going to know that because I don't know if you know Bucky's, but Bucky's is getting ready to build the largest gas station over there. Truman, okay. That's a good book. I remember. I remember like you probably remember when the History Channel was just history stuff. So now it's all sorts of other things, and you have to go to the other channels to try to watch history. I read books every so often, but not as much recently. Most of the other times, I do have to go watch. I go watch like some of the YouTube channels that have history and things like that. Um, but yeah, I do enjoy historical sites. I being close to Nagasaki, I went to Nagasaki, Japan when we lived over there to go see, of course, where the second atomic bomb was dropped. I got to go see Hiroshima with my wife and some of our coworkers to see Hiroshima, the site of the first atomic bomb. So those were two sites that I saw where, yeah, the lady that stuck her head there, that's my wife. Yeah, yeah, I'm 51. She's almost 52. Not 52, but almost 50. So yeah, me, I just age faster than other people, I guess. But yeah, yeah, in Houston. So you probably, when you were in the Houston area, you went to San Jacinto probably, and also to go to the Battleship Texas. Right now, the Battleship Texas is in dry dock, getting refitted, fixed up, getting new steel patches put on her. Well, because I've been asked before and I just did it. It's like I didn't give the direct age. I gave almost, but we've had videos not on here on other platforms where she's holding a birthday cake and it's got candles on there, so it's gonna give away your age. Same with me. Yeah, there's a couple of wineries and they're actually getting more popular here in the whole San Antonio area. My son he's gonna move to South Austin, and between San Marcos to South Austin, there's like a couple towns that have wineries. Um, there's a couple wineries near New Braunfels going out to where Canyon Lake is at here that have wineries. And then I think the other place that's so the ones you said outside of San Antonio were probably in the New Braunfels areas are the ones just going towards Castroville, which is on the west side of San Antonio. Fredericksburg is where they originally are from, so that might have been where you went to. Um, there's wineries in Fredericksburg, Texas, also. And Fredericksburg, Texas, is a real nice place. Got nice little restaurants and stuff like that. My wife, if she saw that, I don't think she'll say the whole month. She'll say the whole year, probably. She'll say the whole year's her birthday. But yeah, but that's how most ladies are. They want the whole month. Yeah, but no, it's been enjoyable. Well, then if you have a birthday in December, hopefully your wife's birthday is not in December or January because they get the Christmas also, and then their birthday. So that's almost would be 2 months if it fell on like that. But again, I'm looking at my view counter, but I don't see anybody looking, but I know you're here. Um, so, but I know there's probably other people there too. Again, just a real quick shout out to everyone that's here. Shout out to actually have Cheetah that was here, Maptan Dane, Cliff Peoples was here, and Lucena. They were the four people that I saw with comments here today on my live. Shout out to you guys for coming by and visiting. Like I said, it's just a chit chat, just talk about things, certain things. It's good when there's people from the same area or same kind of variety of videos that you like watching. The history buff thing is cool. When I went to the Philippines, we went to two areas that had historical significance. Yeah, I know it's okay. Most people probably stop when they only have one person watching, but I'll go just for a little. I, but it's cool to talk. So every day's your birthday?
No,
When's your birthday? All month?
every day.
What the heck, every day? But no, it's been good. I enjoyed chatting here. I'll probably just be here about 5 more minutes. There's a thing that I have to finish watching later on here. Um, Probably one of the next lives I'll probably do some karaoke, do something a little different. But still talk, chat to people, learn about everybody. Everyone that's here on YouTube. Yeah, Cliff. Going back to the football we were talking about. Yeah, they had to let Elliott go. I guess he was good when he first started the first couple of years, and it's like every time the Cowboys give somebody a big contract, they just start running downhill. They they just go the wrong way. One moment. Sounded like a doorbell. Sounded like my doorbell. Yeah, they let go of Elliott. I don't know if anybody else has picked him up. It says somebody rang my doorbell. It says somebody rang the doorbell. I ain't hear nobody. I already looked outside. Yeah, the running backs too. Running back's a tough position. It's the same like a running quarterback or a running back. They don't stay in that long. Usually by 6 to 8 years, they're already getting put as the backup, or they're moving to teams and then a third string, and then they just retire or get out and stuff like that. Um, Most of them I've seen are good at 6 to 8 years, and that's it. And that's why Elliott was already 6 to 7 years. Um, so yeah, I think it's time. The only quarter or only positions in football that you probably have good longevity, of course, are your kickers and punters. You always see out there for a few couple of years, and then the few quarterbacks like Rodgers or Tom Brady was a big exception over 20 some years. Um, yeah, that's a big thing. That's just so many. Yeah, Brady, he's still playing, and there's some rumors of Oakland. I don't know if he's trying to get into the ownership of the Raiders or what he's trying to do there. But okay, yeah, there was somebody at my door here, so I gotta go check what that is and stuff like that. Cliff, thank you for visiting and stuff like the other guys, and just dropping by, saying hi, talk about things. Again, if you ever see me on here, it's usually I'm talking like this, talk about different subjects. I don't mind that. I don't play the little video games and all this other stuff other people do, drawings and stuff. Just talk about various things. But again, thanks for visiting, Cliff. You have a good night and enjoy your day. Adios. Thank you, sir.